Hey, this is Tony from Not So Lousy How-To Videos, and we're gonna make another how-to video that's hopefully not so lousy. So this is the first in a series of many videos. As the title says, this is a little intro to a teardrop camper trailer that project that I'm embarking on, and I've been doing a fair amount of research over the last 6 months or so, and have a pretty good plan. And I just want to give you a little bit of a backstory as to one, why I want to build a teardrop, and two, the things I did in my own personal life to prepare for this. That being said, I wanted to find a way to be able to get out, to go and camp, either at the plug-in campsites that you can go to, or even a little bit of boondocking out in the wilderness where there's no one else around. And the teardrop seemed like a great idea. Just in my searching on the web, I came across several websites, and the Tiny Teardrops website is a good one, and there's a few Facebook groups that I follow. And kind of after I had the idea, I had to come up with a plan. And of course I talked to my wife about this, and she thought it was a good idea. One thing that really appealed to us about the teardrop is we can build it in such a way that we have a queen size bed, which is what we have at home. We can have whatever mattress we want, so it's very comfortable. We can have air conditioning, we can have a TV. Really, we can have all the things that makes a home comfortable, and yet, step out the door and be in a beautiful scenic area. So after I got a good idea in my head of what I wanted to build, and read about other people's builds and costs and expenses, I kind of came up with about a $4, $5, maybe $6,000 rough budget that seemed like I could do what I wanted to with that amount of money, and that it would be a good trailer, a well-built trailer, something we could enjoy for many years, and also have some value when we're ready to move on to something else. And so that was important to me, and so then we sat down and looked at our money, and I encourage people to do that, to have a plan with your money. We had a few things we were trying to save for at that moment, and we needed to move, had some expenses there, so we had some other goals financially that needed to be met. And as of this month, June, we've met those other goals, and starting in July, we're going to have money to be able to put into this project, and we're going to cash flow it just a month at a time. And I think over the next 3, 4, 5 months, we're going to have a teardrop trailer. So that's the plan at this moment. You know how things are; plans change. I've already got a bit of a start here. As you can see behind me, I have a trailer. This is a trailer I purchased not quite a year ago when I needed to haul some stuff and we were going to move, and I found a pretty good deal for the frame. A professional welder built this frame and then decided it wasn't quite what he needed, so he sold it for cheap on Craigslist. I think it was $100 just for the frame, and then I had to buy an axle and tires and wheels and lights and the deck I put on it. But he did a good job with the frame. I felt like it was a quality product, and I couldn't buy the materials for that much, plus I'm not that good of a welder, so it was a decent buy. I went ahead and bought a 3,500 pound axle because it seemed like that was a good option. There are some other axle options out there that I think might be better for a lot of people, so I definitely encourage you to do research on that if you're going to build one. I went ahead and went with a 15-inch tire wheel combination, but I wanted a bigger tire wheel combination just for sheer towing comfort. You get some of these smaller 12-inch or 13-inch even tires and wheels, and they don't tow quite as nicely. I also wanted a trailer that had some ground clearance to it. My tow vehicle is a 1997 Toyota 4Runner, which is an awesome vehicle, and been a fan of Toyotas, owned quite a few Land Cruisers. This is my first 4Runner, but it's a great vehicle, has a ton of miles on it, but runs great. It's totally paid for. We don't carry debt at all, and includes our vehicles. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull off a 2x6 deck. worked great as a open bed trailer, but it's going to be plywood for the teardrop. I'm also going to pull off the rail that sits about 8 inches above the main deck. So we're going to pull that rail off. We're going to reuse that material for some for the fenders and some steps on the sides, and I'll show you that as we go. So thanks for watching, and the next video will be getting to work.